What were some of the challenges that you found in the beginning, and how did you overcome them?
I think it's a good question. I think for us it was how do you kind of scale, and so we had the challenge of scaling the technical side of the business. How do we build a product? Compass was probably one of the first in the education or the education tech space to not host within a school. So when we went in, we'd go and replace a whole range of systems running on kind of servers in a school, or maybe a computer in like a cleaner's cupboard, and we flipped that across to really running something that wasn't sitting in the school. And a lot of that comes to this philosophy that Compass was born out of: how do we provide us a product that teachers or a principal can choose to implement and can choose to manage without necessarily needing all of the technical knowledge that might sit behind other kind of deployments. So I was trying to move it out of, it's not just for techs. There's a whole range of things that work for the tech side of things, but this is a product that a principal can go in, they can look at it, they can understand it. Hopefully we put everything in layman's terms so that it just makes sense. But the challenge that came with that is, how do you, in 2010, bandwidth or kind of connectivity wasn't what it is today. And so we had to really, really optimize and do a whole range of techniques so that we could get the bandwidth or kind of work with such small bandwidth. And so a lot of what you see in Compass is still around this concept of the payload, or the amount of data that we send on a request is quite low, so that we can actually handle that volume. And I think the challenges obviously change after that as you grow to kind of over 200, almost 240 staff. You have a range of challenges that come with that, and I'd say I much prefer the challenges of kind of how do you scale the technical. The people side, being kind of IT introverted, is a bit harder to manage.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, being an introvert and someone that doesn't really want to get out of the technical side of things, it's definitely hard, and it's important to hire people that are good at that.
Yeah.
And how have you found the hiring process at Compass? How it's changed over time?
I think the part that stands out with our business is we have amazing people, and I think if you look across the business, we don't go and favour one skill set and say you're an engineer and so you're kind of you're the one that rules this place, or you're God. We go and say, if you're good at what you do, and whether that's from hardware provisioning, so setting up devices that get sent out, whether that's on the support side, interacting daily with problems that come in from schools, whether that's the engineering side, whether it's our marketing team, whether it's finance that are looking after debtors and that side of it. I think one thing we recognise is, if you do well at your job, it doesn't matter which area you specialise in, then we recognise that, and that's what we love. And so to your point, my skill set is not one of, I'm not the guy that should be out there as the public speaker. I'm not the one that should go out there. This is out of my comfort zone, right? I'm not the person that you want to send out there to try and bring top of funnel sales into a business. That's not my skill set. I'm also the one that, if you ask any of our engineers, you don't want me writing the code for this product either. And so I think what's kind of really special about the business is the fact that we have amazing people in it, and there's such diverse skill sets, but everyone's good at what they do.
Yeah.